Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's doing great out there today.
Oh,
Get settled in right here.
it's a little bumpy.
So thank you everybody for stopping by today. We haven't been live in a while, well, here and there recently, but we didn't go live for a couple of months, 3 months there when we had our angels because it was just too chaotic to have the chance of them getting on camera, and
Yeah.
we had a lot more chance of things to go wrong.
Yes. So, kids are kids. When they see a camera, they're like, camera, and run and get on it. So,
Yep.
but we are so glad that all 22 of you are here right now.
I saw Rachel. Hey, Rachel. Happy Texas homestead. So thank you guys for stopping by.
Gary, before we went on live, he was like, the sunset is beautiful outside. I was like, do you want to move it out there real quick? And he's like, no, it's fine. We'll take him out there in a little bit, maybe. But...
Yeah, so stay around because I want to show you that sunset in just a little bit if we can bring you out there, because why not? It's really beautiful. It's extra beautiful today for some reason, but I want to show you guys.
So glad you guys are here. Hello, Lori with LG Homestead. I saw you were wearing our hat last night on your live. Sorry we missed that, but thank you so much for supporting us.
Cassie probably doesn't pay people. Every time I wear Chad's hat, he gives me $20. So I should, like, anytime my phone goes off, I should be getting a
PayPal or Venmo or something.
I'll be getting a Venmo from Chad for $20.
Hey, Hidden Heights Farm. So yeah, there's lots to talk about today. Where do you want to start?
Well, there's an extra special thing that we want to talk about, and that's what the thumbnail is about. But we'll give everybody a couple more minutes to get on here because we want to make sure everybody has a chance to join, because we have
Hey, Blevins family,
some really big news about the Reckless Beef giveaway. So you guys are probably tired of hearing about that at this point, but it's over. The drawing is done. The winner has won, and we have some
decisions have been made.
We have special news to share, so we want to fill everybody in on what's going on with that.
Yes. So we're so glad so many of you in here.
Untamed Outdoors, one of the newest YouTube channels that just popped up. So,
man, they're just hitting them all tonight.
Yeah.
And then I saw someone, Ricky Adventures. He was at the Sulphur meetup, and we were able to meet him. And Brenda Baker, I saw, said hi.
All the way from Minnesota.
Yes.
That was a pretty good drive, I'm guessing.
I think he flew.
Hey, Chad, there you are. That's one of the things that I want to do, is go to Minnesota and go fish in the land of 1,000 lakes.
Oh, yeah?
It's on my list. It's pretty far on my list.
Altruistic Farmstead, hello, guys. So glad you got to join us. How are you guys doing? And Dan and Joanne and Number One Be Yourself and Old Lady and Elizabeth, or Lori and Elizabeth, and I just wish I could say hi to everybody.
That sounds
Green
like
Acres Birds, how are you, buddy?
Everybody. Not really.
I know, like, it's hard because the chat goes fast, and then if I'm just sitting here like, hello, so-and-so, hello, JJ, hello, Donna, like, you guys would get tired of that. But please know.
So, Kevin said they hear no children. The children have been making forts out of blankets, and so their thing right now is to crawl under that blanket with their headphones on and probably watching. I know Ransom was watching a little bit of YouTube a while ago.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what he was watching, but
last I looked, he was watching Outdoor Boys, but before that, he was watching Arms Family Homestead and
monster trucks before that.
But what video was it on Arms Family? Because he said, wait, you've watched that video 1,000 times.
It's the same one. I always hear it. He must really like that thumbnail.
I can't remember what it is now. I don't remember. Daniel says a phrase in it, and that's when you knew which one it was. But anyway, Mazzy is watching Frozen on her iPad, so Ranger is not here. But we told them if they wanted to come over and get in the live, they could. Or if they wanted to stay under their forts and watch, they can.
Uh-oh, Ransom. Somebody said they're going to bring some biscuits when you go to the creek. Did you hear that? The blanket started moving.
He's tearing the fort down.
Come here. You want to tell everybody hi? So Ransom has a creek trip planned, and he heard that there was going to be some honey at the creek.
He jumped off there.
And along with the honey, he said, "Mom, we need some biscuits."
What do you think? They just got out of their baths, so his hair's crazy. What do you think about honey and biscuits? You want to tell everybody hi?
Hi.
What do you like to tell people?
We,
What do people like to hear you say?
just tell them what to do if they like this live.
What?
They like when you say welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back to the channel.
Hey, what else do you tell them? Like this thumbs up, hit that bell. You say,
Give a thumbs up, hit a bell, and God bless.
and God bless.
Why do you get so nervous? When he knows we're just like normal recording, he's like, "Can I say it? Can I say it?" And we're like, "It's not time yet." And he does it without us even telling him what to say. He just does it. But when he knows it's like live or someone else is videoing him, he gets all nervous.
Hey, you got anything to say? Anybody out in the YouTube world?
You got anything you want to tell him about?
Any of the videos you've been watching lately? You want to comment about them?
I told everybody how you wanted to race go-karts. You want to tell them about it?
I really want to race go-karts.
Just for the dessert.
Yeah, Sissy, go ahead. Can you do it?
Can you get it by yourself? Okay. Go for it.
Mazzy made brownies today, if you guys follow us on Facebook or Instagram. And so she had one for lunch, and now she's wanting one since she just finished her supper.
Do I really have to use the knife?
Just do your best,
Just
baby.
cut a little piece, Sissy.
But what do you want to tell them about racing go-karts? Like, you go fast or slow? Is it dangerous?
Tobin, that's awfully nice of you, but
I'm
let's not encourage
Mama,
anything
I'm
too
gonna
early.
Be careful on the turns.
Tobin.
On the really sharp turn, you have to go full speed.
On a sharp turn, you go full speed?
Well, guess what? In
Tell-
the pit stop,
Tell them about the pit stop.
Some racers come out of it, and they'll like get in front of you, and then
They like cut you off?
yes.
What do you
Sounds
do
like
about
toss
it?
of traffic.
So when you go super fast, you get around them, and then when you see your tire get really close, you bump into them.
Oh, you got to bump into them?
Bumper
Hey,
cars?
what if they wreck you? Then what do you
I
do?
think you're going to get kicked out of the race.
Nope.
You will get crashed.
If they wreck you, what do you do? Do you throw your helmet off and go fight?
No.
Okay, good. That's what they do in NASCAR.
Well, when you crash, a golf cart comes.
A golf cart?
Yeah, for little people, and then
Want to show off your brownie before you eat it that you made?
I might confuse where I'm at. So what did you tell me about full throttle? You told me something about full throttle the other day. Tell them.
when you go on the really sharp turns, you have to go. Well, when on the yellow lines, you have to go really faster.
Oh.
Well, because I'm gonna race for Hot Wheels.
You're going to race Hot Wheels?
No, I'm gonna race for Hot Wheels.
Oh, for Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels is going to sponsor you?
Let me get
Okay.
the thing. card.
Okay, go get the
Okay.
thing. We're going to start talking about the reckless beef, okay? So go find it and come back and you can show it off, okay? We're not
you're
we're not
gonna
gonna
show
play
them a
you-
YouTube
We're not
video?
going to play YouTube right now.
He wants to show them a YouTube video.
We'll get demonetized.
It's on the YouTube.
Okay.
Well, we'll show them later.
I know I want to show them now. Can you?
Not right now, buddy. We'll
We
talk about
thought
it
you
in a
were
little
going
bit.
to show them a little car that's in your room.
So he's gonna go get his car. He'll stop back and show it. But the big point, the big reason we wanted to go live tonight was to tell you something that is pretty cool that happened with our reckless beef giveaway. So
Okay.
we'll let Ransom show you the car,
Show
and then
the
we'll
car
tell
real
you
quick.
about that. All right, can you show it to him? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
I'm gonna race for Hot Wheels.
He's gonna race for Hot Wheels. He's got a sponsor in mind. All right, you need to write him a letter, okay? An essay maybe about sponsorship. Can you do that? Okay.
All right. Ricky says that's a hot rod. Oh, he's gonna go get a piece of paper.
Oh, he's getting a piece of paper to write an essay. I don't think he can read, but we'll see. Can you write one for him?
Well, I don't know how.
We'll get Sissy to help you. So if you caught our live the other day with Reckless Saints of Nowhere, you know that Becky Anderson, right? Becky Anderson, was the big winner of our Reckless Beef. If you don't know what that is, our Reckless Beef was we donated half a beef to the Reckless Saints of Nowhere, who in turn raffled it off. So people bought tickets or they paid $5 a chance to win the Reckless Beef. So fast forward, we did that for a month or two.
Yeah.
We
about 2
said-
months. Baby, after this, we'll do it, okay?
Like Hot Wheels.
Okay.
Not right now, buddy. We
He's
will in a
got
little
a Sharpie and a piece of paper, and he's ready to write Hot Wheels. When we're finished, we'll do it, okay? You wanna go watch your video? Gary's got him all pumped up for it. So, like Gary was saying, I was stuck on that while he was talking, but he said, Sunday we went live, and the Reckless Saints, Vanessa and Jordan were here, and we drew for the Reckless Beef, and a Becky Anderson won. And when we looked up her contact information, we found out she was in Washington. So we called her. Gary talked to her. And you want to go from there?
Yeah, and I called her and finally got a hold of her. I called her and then I sent her a text message, and she said she was busy
I'm
doing
sure she
some...
saw a weird phone number and was like, I ain't answering
Well,
that.
she said that she saw that we were going to go live and do the drawing, but she said I didn't really think anything about it. I had some housework I had to do, so I figured I would just watch it later and find out who won. So I told her that she won, she was the lucky winner, and that she could pick the cuts of meat if she wanted to drive to Oklahoma and pick it up. And
she said she would love to.
she wanted the beef, but she lived, I think I mapped it out, it would be a 28-hour drive from here to there. And so that was pretty much out of the picture for her. So she said she wanted to donate half the beef to somebody here in Oklahoma that could put it to great use. And we had actually just came in contact, not very many days before that, with an organization or a nonprofit group that feeds the hungry. So sometimes the people are homeless, sometimes they're not, but they feed hungry people over by Shawnee, Oklahoma. And we met them at the Southern Oklahoma meetup.
They actually fed us that day.
Yeah, we were hungry. They fed us. And their name was the Altruistic Homestead or Farmstead. I have a hard time with that. There you go. Thanks, Margie. So Donna agreed to donate. Becky agreed to donate the half of beef to Altruistic Farmstead to feed the hungry in Oklahoma. So how cool is that?
Yes.
How excited is that we are going to be able to have that meat go to such a good cause to go back and feeding hungry people.
It's awesome to
in our state.
To donate to feed. Oh, is that your letter? Okay, that's his letter to Hot Wheels. Is that the racetrack?
Let me show him the other side.
Oh, okay.
So when you go right here,
It's this side, baby.
when you go over this turn, when this is the pit stop. When you stop right here, then to push you, then you still go,
Okay.
and then you take a turn.
Uh-huh.
And this is where they take a circle when you want to go the other way and then race around each
Okay.
other. So then you go right here.
Okay.
Then you go.
All
right, good
Thanks
job.
for showing them.
Now you can watch that video and we'll talk about it later. So it was just amazing how God worked those things out. The person that won it wasn't from around here. They wanted to donate it. We had just so happened to meet Altruistic Farmstead the week before. And so we contacted them and they were more than happy to be able to receive that. And they're in here, our moderators, if they can link their Facebook page or their YouTube channel or something. But if you guys want to be able to follow along on their Facebook page, they sometimes video when they go and feed, and then maybe you can see them feed the hungry.
Yeah, so let's just take a minute though and say how special that is of Becky to
Yes.
donate that. It's probably worth around $1,000 worth of meat that she's donating. And so just a big thank you to Becky. How awesome is that though? And that it's coming right back into Oklahoma to feed Oklahomans. So I just think it's pretty amazing. But yes, God bless her. And that is very awesome of her because I don't think it could go to a better cause.
Yeah.
As far as feed, the hands and the feet that are feeding the hungry people, that's what it's all about.
Yes. You can have one more, Mazzy. A little one, okay? So it's just really awesome. It's really awesome how it's just kind of going full circle. Like we work with Reckless because they're our friends and we trust them and we back them. We do foster care to help and the children who need a place to be loved on, to be, Gary's checking the sunset. It's gone? Yeah. Okay. But, so, it's like we kind of work in hand in hand. We're called to foster. Reckless Saints are called to help get addicts into treatment. And Altruistic Farmstead has felt like their calling is to feed the hungry. So it's just kind of awesome how that has all worked out. And we're excited to see how this just blesses others and grows. So I don't really know what else to say about that, but thank you, Altruistic Farmstead, for your hearts and for what you do and for just blessing so many. And thank you, Reckless Saints of Nowhere, for making this all kind of happen and come together. But mostly, thank you, viewers, for your support and for buying. Oh, you got the video?
Can I show
Just a little bit. Let Mama finish talking.
Yeah, hang on just a second. Friday, we had, Reckless Saints had sold around 70 shirts. So me and the kids went live on Facebook and then again on Instagram. And I challenged to see if we could get 100 shirts. And Mazzy was like, there's no way. With less than 48 hours, you guys doubled that. And they sold a total of 142 shirts.
142. So that blows away. I think last year they sold 50 or 60, which our channel has grown some. We had a bunch of help though too. I know Chad and other YouTubers.
When Chad on Saturdays, when his video went out, she said that orders started coming in like crazy. So thank you so much, Chad.
So 142 shirts and then donations on top of that.
Some people just clicked the donation button and just donated money. So for every $5, they got an entry. So whether it was $5 or $100, they got entries for that. Some people went on, they said they even saw a spike in just regular merch. If you went on and just bought a regular shirt and you didn't get in the Reckless Beef, that money went straight to helping addicts. So we just want to say thank you guys so much for what you guys did. And if you didn't get to take part of the Reckless Beef, if you're interested in going over and just buying a Reckless shirt, they have lots of different shirts and hats and sock caps and hoodies. You can go over there and you can purchase merch from them anytime. Ransom is dying to show you guys this.
So while you're showing that, Ed Kirkpatrick, hey, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, I just got your shirt on, Ed.
And yeah, Cassie's got your shirt on. And the farm on Route 66. We got a big announcement in about 2 minutes after Ransom shows this about the farm on Route 66.
Oh, that's where you got it?
That's Ransom's future, guys.
So since they asked that boy, they're gonna ask you? Possibly.
Keep watching.
Keep watching. Okay, let's turn the volume down so we're not like putting copyright materials out on the waves of the.
It's all the way down.
Yeah, that's what we want.
So that's what you want to do right there?
Yes. Watch.
He's in the winner circle.
Hey,
You gotta dream big.
you gotta have dreams. If
Anybody know how to get a hold of these people?
Oh, that kid's kissing the crack. He kissed the ground, Ransom. You gonna do that?
Yes, you have to do that.
Oh, you have to do that?
All right, so that's your future? I don't know. Those things go pretty fast.
It's a little bit dangerous.
Watch.
He got those all of his trophies and plaques. Oh.
Oh,
And
wow.
he slams dunks.
All right, that's
All right.
good. Everybody's excited about your future, Ransom.
Plug your headphones in and you go learn how to not wreck.
So, so stay tuned because you're going to get to see what happens with the other half of the beef. I won't let out any little details yet, but in the next few days, you'll get to see what happens with the other half of the reckless beef. And you're going to get to see us take them off to the processor.
Yeah.
And see how that process works. We have a brand new processor here in Oklahoma, and I'm going to try to
In Mays County.
In Mays County, I'm going to try to introduce you guys to them. So we've got a lot coming up, just in the near future to do with Reckless. So stick around for that because we'll be having some pretty cool stuff coming up.
Okay, so Chad said to check your phone. So he said their Facebook links aren't working. So on our Facebook, we'll maybe. It's not working because YouTube's not allowing our moderators to post those, which is fine. But look up Altruistic Farmstead. You see their name right there on Facebook or Instagram. And we'll maybe try to link them later or something. But if you guys look them up, you can find them.
We'll put information on our Facebook about them.
Yeah. So our new processor, we're hoping to be able to tell you more about them in a video coming up. So.
And
maybe Chad was able to get it. So
you saw Farm on Route 66 in here. If you guys haven't ever checked out Farm on Route 66, it's a small homestead in Arizona. I was thinking of the town. Joseph?
Yeah. I guess they have their address. So I guess it's okay to say it.
OCO, Marge. But they are a great channel, a great family channel. You can just watch one episode and you'll know what kind of people they are. And they have horses, they have all kinds of animals, they have kids, they have a son that plays football.
Yep.
And we are going to get to go visit them in the fall. We're going to make we got a goal here of 50 states in 5 years. We started with Alaska and we're going alphabetical.
Go home.
No, we're not going alphabetical. So we're going to get to cover New Mexico. We're going to stay a night in New Mexico. We're going to stay a night in Arizona, and we're going to stay a night in Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah.
So I won't give the dates because some people are worried about people coming to our house, but
we always got that covered.
We got that covered. But so that's something to look forward to. We're going to go visit the farm on Route 66 in October. So the cat's out of the bag. If you saw,
Little Southern Brother said, "Are we coming to Tennessee eventually? Because we got to cover all those states."
Yeah, we'll be in Tennessee maybe next year. If not spring, maybe in the summer.
Ed has been to all but Hawaii. Well, maybe we could all go to Hawaii together.
Well, that's our last one, Ed. So like 2025, 2026, we got to save up for that one. We're going to start our budgeting like now.
Yeah.
But we got to save up for that one.
Who were we talking to the other day about Hawaii and which island to go to?
Luke from the
Outdoor Boys.
From the Outdoor Boys. So
yeah,
Luke,
he gave us a lot of tips and told us when we were ready to call him, and he'd help us plan that. So.
Yeah, he has a lot of knowledge about Hawaii, and he's traveled. He actually traveled all over the world.
He has knowledge about traveling anywhere.
So, but he's offered very graciously to give us some pointers when we go. But how awesome is that? That
5M said, "I guess North Texas isn't in the running."
Who said that? Oh.
Well, okay, so I'm going to open a can of worms.
Okay, we're going to North Texas anyway.
We're going through North Texas because that's the top part of Texas. So we're going through North Texas.
Oh.
But y'all call North Texas down here in the central part. So we're not going to Central Texas. We're going to North Texas. Why y'all call it that?
I think they call that the Panhandle, like the Panhandle section of Texas. But we'll definitely be coming.
Oh, yeah, they said no, you're going through the Panhandle. So Texas people, now that I ruffled your feathers, I mean, when we say we're going through the north of Oklahoma, like we're in the top part, and then central Oklahoma, like Oklahoma City, yeah, and then southern Oklahoma. But North Texas is central Texas.
I mean, Texas ain't really all that big, so you can be north and south basically at the same time. It's a pretty small state relative to Alaska.
5M said, "Cassie, we will finish this later." So anyway.
Happy Texas Homestead is also close to Amarillo.
They're in the true North Texas.
They're in the North Texas. and we hopefully stop and have lunch with them or something when we run through town. So Cassie's being catty. Are you being catty with 5M?
They're 8 hours away from North Texas, but they say they live in North Texas.
Remember, Cassie got her geography lessons from a high school coach.
You're gonna offend somebody.
Sorry.
So anyway, we don't live in northeast Oklahoma. We live in southwest Oklahoma. It's in the top right corner of Oklahoma, but it's south central west.
MT Homestead said they call Oklahoma North Texas because if Texas ever becomes a country, which fingers crossed, one day maybe it will, then we'll be North Texas, and then Texas will be South Texas. So that works out. MT Homestead. If Oklahoma and Texas can leave and go to the SEC,
Rosa from South Texas is joining in.
We could leave and go.
Rosa, are you in South Texas or are you in something else?
We could create our own country. Can you imagine though if Texas was a country? Would Yee flag be the flag for Texas? Would that be it? Everybody would be.
Oh, Donald, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. That's either to get us to shut up or because you're rooting for North for real Texas. You got us confused. We're just glad you're ending up in northern Arizona. Oh, goodness.
Central Texas. And Rosa, San Antonio is on our list as well. So when we do visit, we'll have more than one stop in Texas in the next 5 years.
And Ransom for governor.
Ransom.
Rosa, you live in Central Texas? Is San Antonio Central Texas?
Ransom for governor. Who said that?
5M.
Oh, geez.
I'm gonna have to get out a map.
We would be in big trouble if Ransom was governor.
Everybody be having race cars. Uh-oh. Okay, Rosa, I take it all back. Wherever you say you live, that's good. I'll stop picking on Texas.
She lives right outside of the Alamo.
Is that in North Texas? Okay.
When Alaska melts, Texas will reclaim as the largest state.
So the other day, Gary said something about Texas. It's really not that big on a video, and he goes, the first person that says, have you ever been to Texas? It's huge. Then we got to say something about Alaska, and so I did, and then anyway. Gary thought he was hilarious.
When I said it in passing. I said something, we're talking about Texas. I said, it's really
Brandon, that's funny. Thank you for being here.
I said, it's really not that big anyway. And then I just kept on talking, and I knew somebody from Texas would say something because they weren't going to let me get by with my snide remark.
Yeah, so Shell Michelle said, are you ever planning to come to Massachusetts, New Hampshire, or Maine?
Yes. We are planning.
We got to hit all 50
I want to go to Maine and get lobster. And Massachusetts, I want to do all of the tour of all the history stuff, Boston and just everything in Massachusetts. What was the other one? Maine?
I just realized what Rosa said. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, northeast. So here's the thing. We could drive like the same amount we drove in Alaska, and we could cover like 15.
Oh, because they're little?
Like 15 states in the Northeast.
Don't say they're little. People might get mad.
With traffic. I mean.
We're coming to Wisconsin. We got to go everywhere.
Oh, geez. So we've grown a little closer to UT, University of Texas, now that we're headed to the SEC together. And if they pay for our entry fees, we'll be friends. I mean,
I did see Granger. I didn't get to finish it, but I saw Granger's sermon.
I didn't get to. How was it?
Well, I didn't get to finish it.
Oh.
Because we came on here. So I saw on Facebook the other day. Now Shannon's blowing up my phone. I've made her mad.
So Cassie's live on her phone, Shannon. So.
Uh-oh, she sent me a picture. She must have drew me something. All right.
All right.
But I was watching it, and then we came on here. So I saw on Facebook the other day that he was preaching, and then he put a video out of it.
I'm gonna watch that. It's on my to-do list. Maybe tonight after our live.
Illinois for sure.
Is it Illinois or Illinois? Sorry. So we're 30 minutes in. So the point of this live, and some of you may have missed it on the front end, was the person that won our Reckless Beef.
Mike said we'll be able to sing that song out everywhere.
Becky Anderson from Washington. She lived a long ways away, and she didn't want to come pick up the beef, so she donated it to Altruistic Farmstead right here in Oklahoma. So I've already called them and gotten their cuts on how they want it cut up for their mission and the work that they do.
Which is basically the best thing for them to be able to feed hungry people is a lot of ground beef.
It's a lot of ground meats.
Roast and things
ground.
like that.
So we've got the instructions to get that cut up for them. So if you missed out on the beginning of the live, that's what that was all about. That's where the Reckless Beef is going. She donated it back to an awesome
drop the S.
nonprofit.
Illinois? I can't say that. It's Illinois. Illinois? Is that how you guys say it? Because I'm going to have to change. And then my 5th grade teacher, social study teacher, said Massachusetts. Tell me that's not how you really say it. How do you say Massachusetts?
Massachusetts?
She said Massachusetts.
She was wrong. Was this also your geography teacher?
No, this was a sweet lady that went to my church.
Oh. I bet she
no
made some...
S. So it's not Illinois?
Hey, did she make good food on potluck Sundays?
Yeah.
Yeah. Church ladies, potluck Sundays is the best food you'll have.
She was wrong. Okay, so it's not Massachusetts.
If you can get over
But I have to say Illinois.
eating food from other people's
Chicago,
kitchens.
Illinois, not Chicago, Illinois. Chicago Bulls were always my favorite basketball team, and I always said it wrong. Okay. Running late, wish I could have helped to get a chance.
Ask Google, then you will know. So there's no S
Hey,
in
Carolyn
Illinois.
from Jay, Oklahoma. Glad you're here. Better late than never. Sam I am said, no, don't go on vacation again. Gary doesn't look nice with a beard.
So we will not go on vacation for 2 weeks.
Sam said that he can't wait until Oklahoma plays South Carolina.
I can't wait till Oklahoma plays South Carolina, Sam. It's going to be great.
Rosa
Rosa
said I need a vocabulary lesson.
You're not far off, Rosa. Actually, to see Oklahoma play all the SEC teams, I'm excited. I am excited about that. Hopefully they get out after this year so we can get those games going. But it's going to take a little bit, probably. And everyone, welcome coming into the chat. Yes, Boomer Sooner. Thank you, Ricky Ventures,
Good,
all the way
Ricky.
from Minnesota. Love it. So it's fun that we can actually go live again. We pretty much
Ed
just...
is worried when Oklahoma plays Georgia.
Ed?
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma State played Georgia. No, it wasn't Texas, Georgia. Anyway, it's all right. Hey, here's the thing. We might lose and we might win. It's going to be a fun game either way. You got a lot of history with these programs in the SEC, and OU has a lot of history, so it's going to be a blast just to watch. I mean, I can't say anything until the game's done on the field, but it'll be fun.
The only way you get better is by playing good teams. So,
that's right.
I mean, I hope that works out.
If you can't beat them, join them. I mean, either way, Texas is...
Wiley agrees with me and says the S stays. We're going to keep calling it Illinois.
Okay, I'll call it Illinois.
Have you always said Illinois?
Mm-hmm. Ever since I went through middle school.
How come I didn't know this before we got married?
I'm giving you a hard time.
Oh, go Pokes.
Go Pokes.
We root for OSU as
root.
long as they're not playing OU, and my favorite color is orange.
And whatever conference they get in, I hope they win a conference championship. I really do. I wish them the best.
Oh, Woo Pig Suey. I don't know if I can do that
Okay,
one.
so we went to an Arkansas Razorbacks game whenever my cousin Mason Fine was quarterback at North Texas, which maybe that's why they call it North Texas, is because it's the North Texas Screaming Eagles.
But they should be called Central Texas.
No, so Mason Fine went up there to Fayetteville, and his team, the North Texas Screaming Eagles, had the coolest trick play of all times.
I still see it in replaying and stuff.
So they kicked the ball off, and everybody was clearly coming in at him. So he was like just standing there with the ball. He caught it, but he never put his hand up in the air to call for a fair catch. And they took off, screaming down the field, and scored a touchdown. And all the Arkansas fans were booing and screaming. There was no Woo Pig Suey going on. It was a good time.
Yep. Rachel says she understands that her team's not any good. She's used to it.
It's okay. I mean, like I said,
you are wrong if you leave the S in Illinois. Illinois. I'll try to do better. It's hard to break an old habit.
Even when you know it's wrong?
It took Gary 10 years to get me to say Italian correctly. Did I still say it wrong? I used to call it Italian.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to bring up bones from the past.
But I mean, it took 10 years. And
Hey, Fowler Family Farm.
not because I was being hard-headed, just because I'd always called it Italian. And he's like, it's called Italian, Cassie.
Thanks for stopping by.
I'm like, are you sure? Yeah. So then I kept calling it Italian, and then 10 years later, he finally got me to stop saying that and say Italian.
Hey, Eric. So where is Ranger is actually spending the night right now with a friend of his in Missouri. So he is traveling back to your trip. I think 3.5 hours. That was a farmer.
Becky Roberts says Italian.
Oh, so we could go to the Four Corners. The Farm 166 said.
Not to change your subject, but back to your trip, you can take a 3.5 hour detour from us and stand in 4 states all at one time: Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. Four Corners Monument. That's cool.
Yeah, Four Corners would be cool, but our rules.
Gary had to set rules.
Our rules
on a video for everyone to hear.
Our rules for our 50 states in 5 years is we either have to eat at a local diner and go to a local attraction, like a mile marker number 5 where they have George Washington Monument or something, or we have to stay the night. So that's our goal, is to stay the night in those states on the way out there. Who asked about Tennessee a while ago?
Little Southern Brothers.
So Little Southern Brothers. Last time I went to Nashville, Tennessee, I came home with this shirt.
Oh, yeah.
So this is my Johnny Cash. So you got all the names on there: Ring of Fire, Ragged Old Flag, Jackson.
Hey Fowler, I think Gary said hi, but how are you guys doing?
Ring of Fire. So last time I went to Nashville, Tennessee, I went to the Johnny Cash Museum, and I got a shirt. And that was like 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
Yep.
But we're due to go back.
Someone asked where Ransom was, and Teresa let him know that he's writing a letter to get a sponsorship for racing.
He's working on it.
So yes, Ransom and Mazzy are watching a video on their iPads right now. We told them they could watch that while we did the live, unless they wanted to be in the live, but they wanted to do that. So.
Hey Calvin, hi from San Diego, California. One of the most beautiful weather cities I've ever been at is San Diego. So I went there for a work conference, and the air coming in off the ocean or something, it's always beautiful, breezy weather when I was there, and it was even the middle of summer. So I'm jealous of your San Diego weather.
From an OSU Cowboy fan, does anyone know how to find a fool in a crowd? I'm afraid to ask. But Gary FaceTimed me a lot when he was in San Diego, and he kept saying like, this is the next place we're coming. This is the next place we're going. And we haven't made it there yet, but it looked beautiful and perfect, and I'm excited about going.
Yeah, we have some friends over by Nashville, over maybe by Franklin area, over there. So we'll definitely be back at Nashville. We want to go visit them. And when we do, we'll let you know. So maybe we can meet up with a little Southern brother.
Yep. We got 383 in here. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. We truly appreciate that. He'll cover the highways with dirt trucks.
he would. Ransom would have
hey,
everybody
Mona,
driving
how are
on
you
dirt.
doing today? Hi from Arizona. Another Arizona person in here. Another Nashville, Tennessee person. My uncle owns an Italian restaurant in Franklin, Tennessee. That's cool. Does he call it Italian or Italian?
Hawaii is on the list, Kevin. I think that's Kevin or Rachel. But Hawaii is on the list. We have got to go there and to finish off our 5-year. So we got to get 49 states down, and then Hawaii will be our 50th. It'll be the jewel in our crown of
Vermont,
travel.
we have to go during fall, right? That's when it's like MVP time of the year.
So Fowler Family Farm just asked, he came in late, and he said, what is the winter doing with the beef? So, Cassie, you want to run through that real quick? I just did about 10 minutes ago. Want me to?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So Becky Anderson won the beef.
Big winner.
Yep.
From Washington.
Yep. She's from Washington, and when we talked to her, she said, there's no way I can drive 28 hours to come get it as much as I'd like to. So we talked to her about donating it, and we told her about Altruistic Farmstead, who fed us at the Sulphur Meetup, and who in the last week we've learned their story. We've learned more about them and what they do and where their hearts are at. And so we told her about them, and she said she would love to be able to donate that to them in order to feed hundreds of people. So we contacted them, and they're going to be picking that up when it is available. And you guys can follow along on their Facebook page, and they video a lot or go live and things when they're out feeding the hungry in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and I've even seen them go to Oklahoma City. So you guys be watching that, and so you can see how the reckless beef has went on and on to bless others.
Yeah.
It's kind of cold in here.
We met them. I'll turn the air down.
So we have Hidden Heights and Mrs. Hidden Heights, who is Untamed Outdoors. I think that is Kevin as well.
So we met Altruistic Farmstead at the Southern Oklahoma YouTube meetup, and Ed Kirkpatrick was there too. He just said Wiley and something.
Wiley and Jen.
Yeah, Wiley and Jen from Altruistic Farmstead, and we actually picked up this bird house.
Why does my laugh sound like that right now?
I don't know.
Allergies.
So we picked up this birdhouse.
You're killing me.
So this gives you an idea of some of the stuff they make. It's a really cool birdhouse. I've got to put it up. I got to find a way to put it up where the cat can't get to it. So I think I need to get a metal pole and just mount it to the bottom, and then put it straight up in the air, probably about 10, 15 feet. And that would keep our cat, because our cat couldn't get in there anyway, because she...
her arm should probably reach in there.
Our cat likes to kill birds. So
she brings them to
anyway,
us.
that gives you an idea of some of the stuff they do to probably raise money for their farm and for the work that they do. So anyways, you guys, if you're interested in something like that, that came from them. I thought it was a pretty cool...
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was going to say they have a sawmill, and they make benches and birdhouses, and they had cutting boards, and what else did they have laying on their table? I can't remember. You guys can type that in, altruistic.
They were talking to somebody about
altruistic. Why do I call it owl? I can't talk.
It don't matter. I mean, it matters, but...
Put a slinky on the pole.
Oh.
That's a good idea. See, you guys are so smart. Clocks. Yes.
So thanks, Rachel. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys maybe go on their Facebook, Jen and Wiley, maybe you can tell them where can they go to purchase birdhouses and those awesome benches you guys have made and things like that.
But definitely just check out their Facebook, because I'm sure they have that type of detail there, and they did some cool work. So, but they do even better work or not better, but they do deep, meaningful work whenever they
know
are
what you mean.
feeding the hungry. That's work that is not just success, but it's significant. They do some significant work with feeding the hungry people over there by Shawnee, Oklahoma. And we are so thankful for Becky Anderson for making that donation back to them. And I'm really excited just to get to see some of that meat going to use. And so I think it's awesome. I think God's hand was in it the whole time. I don't think it was just coincidence or chance. That all of this, the way it's working out, I think that God went before it, and we're really thankful that it's going to get put to a good use.
Yes, and Chuck, I don't disagree with that. He said that Kentucky will destroy Oklahoma in basketball.
Hey,
I like Kentucky basketball.
We every once in a while we get what's his name? We get a player or two there.
Sam said, "Now I know where the raccoon was headed. He saw the hollow tree in your living room."
There's a good chance he was going to raid the birdhouse.
Yeah. So when Chad and I talked about, he asked if it was okay to do a video about our reckless beef, and I told him absolutely. He made the comment then that God already knows who's gonna win the beef, and He's got His hand in that, and He knows where it's gonna go, who it's gonna bless, and it just is awesome how it all turned out. So.
And that's Chad from Adler Farms. just to be clear, what Chad you were talking about.
Yes.
None of those hanging Chads from the Florida election that were left over from like 12 years ago. Some people will get that.
Okay, I hope. You should send her a gift card and some T-shirts. Who?
Becky Anderson.
Oh,
Great idea.
great idea.
You know what?
Karen.
We
Good
will
job.
send her a T-shirt and a hat maybe.
Well, Wiley and Jennifer asked if they could contact her and thank her and different things like that. So thank yous, yeah, are in the works and all that. But that is a great idea because she got the Reckless Beef T-shirt, but that's a great idea to send her some other T-shirts because we haven't told y'all, but we got some new merch.
So now you want me to go get a T-shirt?
That's fine.
Okay.
How about you get both colors and the hoodie?
Well, and that way if Becky watches this on the replay,
Yeah, if Becky watches, she can let us know. Yeah, I don't know what that means, 5M, but hopefully it wasn't inappropriate. Some of you have already been purchasing these shirts, and because you've went to our website and they're on there, but we haven't told anyone about them. But with the Reckless Saints of Nowhere, they are also now who is printing our merch. So anytime you go on our website, walkerfarmfam.com.
Or the new shirts.
Yeah, and purchase.
They don't do hats.
No, purchase our new shirts, and we also have hoodies. The more merch you guys purchase, the more Reckless Saints can make, the more addicts you can support.
So this is actually for Becky. So I'm talking to Becky right now. Becky, thank you so much for your donation.
We'll contact her also in case
But
she doesn't see this.
if she watches this, Becky, you get to choose between this color of shirt.
It's called salmon.
It's called salmon. Sometimes they say salmon because I just read it and I don't think fish and color at the same time.
Okay, I have a story on that.
Okay.
The first
Hang
time.
on, I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
Becky, we have another shirt.
It's called Lagoon Blue,
It's called Lagoon Blue.
I think.
And thanks, Chad. So those two shirts are new ones. So Becky, if you want to message me or email me, I think you have both of those, or text me, you have my phone number, your size that you would like, then we will get
And the
one to
color
you.
or both colors?
And we have those two colors, and we also have black, and we have gray. So you can pick from those 4 colors. And if you want one for a family member or spouse, we'd be happy
We'll
to
give
send
you all the shirts you want.
We'd be happy to send you a second shirt as well
Or a
because
hat.
of your generous donation. So Becky, let me know.
We also have hoodies now as well. Right now in Oklahoma, I'm not thinking about hoodies, but since we reordered, we went ahead and got them because some of you guys had asked. And in some places, like Scott over at Ramblin' with the Brooms in
Brums or brooms?
it's Brooms, we found out.
Sorry.
Us Okies don't say it right, but he's not offended or care. But in Canada, he was wearing a hoodie the other day, so some of y'all might want hoodies. So.
And if you know, we're now in August, which means by the end of the month, by the end of August, we will have a football game either on college or NFL from this week until the Super Bowl, or this month until the Super Bowl. Are you excited about that?
What'd you say? I was reading
Okay,
Lori's
so
thing
by
because
the end
Lori,
of,
I just thought about that. I messaged him today and he didn't message me back, and he always does.
by the end of August, we will have either an NFL or a college football game on every week from now until it's time for the Super Bowl.
Okay, so.
That means it's hoodie weather.
Oh, okay.
Hoodie
Which I
weather's
love
back.
watching football. I was just couldn't figure out where you were going.
Yeah.
I got sidetracked because I started worrying about Scott. Yeah, I don't know. That Scott's usually always here. I messaged him today and he didn't message me back. So I talked to him yesterday though.
Sorry, I will not talk any more sports, Kevin.
What'd he say?
He said Gary wants to talk sports. My mind is getting there.
Farm on
though.
Route 66 says, bring a hoodie to Arizona. Our football game will be cold that night.
All right. I can't.
Yeah, we're so excited to watch Blake play football. He's going to be playing at home against his rivals. If you guys haven't watched the Farm on Route 66, their kids are absolutely awesome. Blake and Casey, and from what I've seen, is a really good football player and quarterback. But most of all, he has the best heart, and he's what every coach would want on their team. So
The real question is, do we need to bring a cowbell or an air horn to the football game? Like what's kind of accepted in Arizona? Do you guys cowbell or air horn? Because I'm gonna bring one or the other to cheer him on. He said it's the biggest game of the year, so we will definitely love to watch that. Nothing like Friday Night Lights.
yeah, and
Could we get a little more cowbell? That's what I like to hear.
there's something else I was gonna say, but I can't think of what it was.
All right.
Good night, Terry. Thank you so much for stopping by. I feel like that light was a little bright. Maybe it's too
Oh,
dim
both.
now.
They said bring both, a cowbell and the air horn. We'll do that. The kids will get into it. We'll have a lot of fun. So we've got probably about 10 more minutes, and we'll start winding it down. So anything else that you really wanted to talk about on the live? An update on the Angels a little bit. So as we said earlier in the live, this is the first time we've got to go live because we chose not to go live whenever we had 5 kids here. 2 of those kids could not be on the camera. We didn't feel like it was really fair to have the camera up with all the other kids going in or out and not them. But they are adjusting really well and they're doing great. We've got some pictures of them, and so far, so good with the transition. And our kids are doing well.
Yes.
Everybody has adapted. That first day or two, it was pretty tough. But after that, we've really started to kind of get back into the groove, and school's going to be starting back up. So a lot of stuff going on, a lot of positives.
Yes. Someone they answered. Margie was wondering if it was made from cedar or cypress, and they said cedar. Sounds like
this-
Zena's barking. Yeah. You smelling it?
Yeah, I could smell a little cedar maybe.
They said it's made from cedar. It's really cool.
There you go.
Should you see what Zena's barking about?
I can, but she usually barks at the cows because
Or the deer.
the cows come up to eat this time, and she doesn't like them getting too close to her pen.
Yeah, hopefully Scott is just busy today and has some stuff come up maybe. But we thank you guys so much for coming in today. Let's see, what'd you say, Cassie? Liver t-shirt, where can I get one? This t-shirt, the Believe in Jesus, the Second Amendment, and fried fish is what Ed Kirkpatrick, I guess he sells them. So Ed gets those made. I believe Brendan and Stephanie make those for him. And he sent us one, and we're very thankful for that.
Lainey Rodriguez, thank you for the order. She just ordered a shirt. So I will have that in the mail to you tomorrow. So
Cool.
thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate that.
Brenda said, I wish we had more foster parents around this area. It's hard to find placement for children. It's amazing what difference y'all made in those angels' lives. So the worker just told me the other day that they are very short-handed right now. Well, they're short on homes and placement homes, but also, Ed says he gives them away. Okay, thank you very much, Ed. But she said that they're having trouble finding homes, and then they usually have volunteers that come in and help for different things at the office, and they're shorthanded on that. And so she said that they've had to house some of the children in the apartments they have there, and the workers are having to rotate and take turns staying with them until they can find places for them. So if you guys know anyone that has been thinking about fostering or anything like that, I know it's something that could be a blessing to people right now.
And we've had several people contact us, and that's one of the reasons we share and we enjoy sharing our story on YouTube and with all of you, is to hopefully put a positive light on some aspects of foster care.
Hey, Daily Kitchen Life, how are you? We're great.
So there are a lot of negatives, but there are a lot of positives as well, and we want to share that. So if
Bye, Michelle. Thank you so much.
if any of you ever have any questions about foster care, we might not be able to help, but we might. So feel free to email us at GaryandCassieWalker@gmail.com. we would be happy to help with general questions. A lot of stuff is state specific. With us, it's tribe specific to the Cherokee tribe. But anyway, if you have any questions, we'd be happy to help. If you have any questions about
Good night,
foster
Sam.
care.
Thank you so much for coming in and always making it fun. Stephanie said, do I just find a DCFS facility to donate to the kids? I'm not sure what that means.
That means department. That if it's a child care services in your area, yes. A lot of times you can contact them and ask them what they are needing. Like, are they needing, luggage or different things?
Yeah, we go through ICW, which is Indian Child Welfare. So I know that they're always more than happy to take donations. So like we have a full-size mattress that we're donating, and we either got to take it down to them or they're going to come get it. But they're always looking for donations because when they get placements, like thankfully we had bunk beds, but sometimes when they place kids into people's homes, they don't always have exactly what they need for bedding or whatever. And so when they're able to donate things, clothes, shoes, coats, suitcases, all sorts of stuff, it's greatly appreciated.
Yeah. So.
Are they only Oklahoma? Indian Child Welfare?
So it's tribal. So if you have
Yeah.
tribes in your state, I know when we go to Arizona, there's multiple tribes in Arizona. I don't know if they have their own child welfare, but
Hey, MT Homestead, thank you so much.
each tribe since has their own in our area. The Creek Nation, the Choctaws, the Chickasaws, Seminole, Cherokee, they all have their own Indian child welfare that cares for their children. In addition to the state having some of their kids, sometimes they have their own, which is a big deal because it keeps the Cherokee children tied to their culture and to their tribe.
Jen said it would be Missouri. So I would just find your local, we call it
Department of Human Services
yes,
here, DHS.
We call it DHS.
But whatever it's called there, then the first thing to do is just to reach out because
yes, Little Southern Brothers, they have fostered and things as well. They said car seats, cribs, bedding, etc. The ICW are thankfully are able to. They have the funding. Like if we need something, they're able to help us. But a lot of times, the DHS, they're not able to, they don't have as much funding, so they rely on donations. I know a lot of people at Christmas time will donate presents and things so that they can make sure, like the angel tree and things like that. So yes, Southern Okie Homestead, they weren't able to go to the Sulphur meetup because they were finishing their fostering classes.
Yes, and they just said that they're going to start a new channel to document their journey through
cool.
foster care and with the Chickasaws. So that's awesome that you guys are doing that. We're so happy and excited that you're taking that step to do foster care, and just prayers that everything goes smoothly as you get your first placement someday.
So Brendan at Rustic Woodworking Family said that when they clean out their closets, they take them to the DHS building. So that's great. They should accept donations because I know they're always needing it. You might just call ahead to find out exactly what they accept, so you don't, if you're going to go buy new stuff, so that you make sure you get what they would accept.
So Dave Campbell said Daniel Arms sent us over here, or sent us to our
cool.
channel. So thank you for coming over. We had fun camping with Daniel a couple weeks back with him and the Outdoor Boys. And thank you so much for stopping by. And Kevin, we appreciate it. And we're honored. I mean, it really is our pleasure. Our family gets so much out of foster care. I know a lot of people say, hey, you're doing a great thing for the kids. Well, those kids do a lot of great things for us.
They bless us way more than we bless them.
They bless our hearts. And just to see children, the way that their hearts are, the way that God has created people, and the way that people should be, with open hearts and their ability to grasp new people and love them and show unconditional love is just amazing.
Yes, Farm on Route 66 are headed out. They start school tomorrow, so they're going to go have a nice dinner. I can't believe it's already school time.
You guys enjoy your dinner, and
Yes.
we can't wait to be out there with you guys to visit. So any
Hey, Yogi Hollow Farm. So someone else from Illinois says that you don't say the S. I will work on it. I'll try. Gary knows it's gonna take a while.
Zero hope. No, we'll work on it though. We'll help Cassie with her noise in Illinois. Ransom, you want to come say bye here in a minute? We're going to end. You want to come say anything else to everybody before we go soon? Because it will be our kids' bedtime
what
too.
about Mazzy? Mazzy hasn't talked.
Mazzy, you want to come say hi or bye?
Bye.
No, you want to come over here?
They haven't got to see your pretty face. Brenda said, I put the thing down, but Brenda said something about donating, I think, to things you can donate. All right, what do you want to tell them, man?
Say bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
If you didn't have the S in Ark, we work on it.
Yeah, I guess you don't say Arkansas.
Mom, how much?
Okay, you got a point.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
Arklahoma?
Yeah, it's hard to read it on this phone. I have to have that iPad if I'm going to read them.
Ransom, they want to know if you still have your little solar-powered bug. That little bug that dances in the sun.
Grasshopper?
Do you have that? Do you think it's pretty cool?
Huh? Read it. 5M Family Homestead gave him that at the meetup. Put your hand down, baby.
We're thinking about putting 2 floaters on each side of it and a hook on the bottom and using it as fishing bait.
Yeah.
You think? No. Ransom said no.
Daddy.
What?
We can maybe find, we can maybe put something on it to make it, like, bounce.
Make it bounce?
Up.
Like some rubber balls on the feet or something?
Yes.
I don't know.
Someone wants to know if you finished your letter. Good night, 5M.
See you guys.
Your letter to Hot Wheels.
Did you finish it?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
It's not
Signed,
legible.
sealed, and delivered.
It's not legible, but he finished it. So
I'm gonna have to get the iPad if I'm gonna read.
no,
that.
you're good.
Did you know what is the waitress' name?
What?
Fast. Do you know he goes fast?
Who?
Nazi, last chance. You want to say goodbye?
Fast.
Okay.
Sebastian is his name, and he goes super fast.
Yeah, I
Well,
just go.
I'm too scared for you to go fast.
Well, when I go, are you scared, Dad?
I'm not scared.
Daddy can only.
We'll go.
I have to watch
Hey,
like this.
We're gonna try to go. We're gonna try to go do go-karts one day, and I'll let you ride with me. And I never take my foot off the gas the whole time. Okay?
Full throttle.
Full throttle. We never hit the brakes. All right? We're gonna slide through those curves sideways.
Hey, don't give me bunny ears.
All right, there's
that
Mazzy.
beautiful smile. Quit, baby.
All right. Ransom for governor. The speed limit in Texas and Oklahoma will be unlimited. There will be no. You're gonna make people dizzy.
Oh.
There will be no speed limit. All right. Anything, Mazzy? Anything you want to tell everybody before we leave? Anything? All right.
Also, people say all the time, Cassie, why do you wear those hats? You're hiding your beautiful face. I'm not hiding my face. I'm hiding my hair because I don't like to fix it.
All right.
Come over. You want to come up here, Sissy, where you can see better and tell them bye? You want to tell them about what you made today? You just want to give us
Made
bunny
what?
ears? What did you bake? You did all of it. Mama didn't even do any of it. Oh, I put it in the oven.
Come here.
Come over here, sis.
All right. We're gonna leave. We're ending in 1 minute. So if you have anything to say, let's say it because we got to get you guys in bed.
No.
It's gonna be bedtime soon.
I don't want to.
Mazzy doesn't want to go to bed, so. Baby, got anything else to say?
I usually have lots of things to say, but I think I'm just really tired because I'm struggling.
It's 9 o'clock. It's bedtime. We hope.
No,
Don't
it
kick that,
isn't.
baby.
We want to thank every single person out there, especially Becky Anderson, for
Yes.
donating the beef to a great nonprofit. But we want to thank each and every one of you. A big thank you to our moderators
Thank
for
you guys
taking
so
the
much.
time. If you guys haven't already, go check out all of our moderators' channels. If there's a little blue wrench, go please check them out and tell them thank you for everything they do for us.
Lori's
And
waiting on some brownies, Mazzy.
You
gonna
know-
take her some?
You know you'll enjoy them though. We know you'll enjoy them if you go check
Oh,
them out.
Becky Anderson's on here.
How much?
Oh.
How much brownies?
All right, Becky, if you saw us earlier, the shirts we have, if not,
You still
rewatch
have
it.
them?
And we'll be happy to send you a shirt or two and a hat. So let us know what you're interested in. Just send me an email or text
Yes.
and we'll,
As a thank you, we would like to send you some stuff.
yeah, we would love to send you something.
Yeah, let
Okay,
us know.
so she wants a 3.
Huh?
I think she said 3.
Lori wants 5 brownies.
Oh, I thought that said 3.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Becky.
What?
He sees us over here.
It's gonna-
Thank you so much.
laughing.
And like Gary said, we'd like to send you something, so let us know what size of shirts you would like. We hope you guys have a great night. We love you guys. God bless. We'll see you later.